welcome to the Healing Academy with Connie Rose's YouTube channel. Today I want to talk to you about protection, energetic protection. Are you protecting yourself? Are you feeling everybody else's stuff? We really need to be mindful. As we know, everything is energy, right? We don't want to be taking on other people's stuff when we've got our own stuff to deal with. So what is energy and energetic protection? So energy is the only thing every single person, scientist, alternate therapist, everybody agrees on. Everything is energy. We're all frequency. So when you have, say, the heaviest frequency, that is matter. Like, this table beside me, this chair I'm sitting on. Then as the frequency lightens, and the energy lightens, we go up to spirit, and that is frequency also. So it's very contrast, but it's all energy, right? So when we walk into a room, we can feel the energy. We know if there's been an argument before. We know if there's some animosity. We know if it's a joyous occasion. We can feel it. And you walk into a supermarket feeling great, you do your half an hour food shopping, you get back in the car and you feel depleted or depressed and you don't even know why. A lot of these times is because we're blending with other people's energy and we're taking on stuff that isn't ours. And no doubt you're an empath. A lot of us are. And empaths is where we can feel other people's stuff. And the issue with that is we don't know where we end and they begin. So I want to give you a few tips today on how you can protect your energy every day. Firstly, I like the shower method. And in the shower, it's really good to use like soap or a loofah to loofah up your body and visualize yourself just getting rid of any energy that is stuck to you that's not yours, or energy that is yours and you don't want it anymore. And then allow yourself to have the shower head just wash all over you, visualizing the soap suds that run off you to be like a black murky type of water down the plug hole. And do it, if you have time, 2 or 3 times. And that way you're physically doing something to break up any energy that may be stuck to you. That's number 1. Another way would be the invisible cloak. Now, the invisible cloak is a technique where you visualize you're putting on a cloak that makes you invisible. So when you are walking into a shop, for example, you have set an intention that people actually can't see you. I challenge you to try this because it works. To the point where people could actually bump into you because you're not there. That is an excellent challenge for you to try. There's lots of different techniques I do. Also, I put the white healing bubble around. Excuse me. I put a white healing bubble around my car when I hop in the car. And I just simply visualize this beautiful protective bubble around me. And you may prefer gold, you may prefer blue. It doesn't matter. Details. It's more intention, because when we set an intention, our love and energy goes to creating that. So if you put a golden, beautiful light around your car before you pull over, drive off, you'll find that you'll be safe and protected in that car. Now, I have used this technique many times, and God forbid somebody hits you up the bum as you're driving. I find peace in the fact that if I didn't put a protective bubble around my car, what could have happened? So I like to come from a place of prevention rather than cure. So when I'm doing these things, It really makes me set the intention that I am safe and protected with everywhere I go. Another technique that I use is what I call the heart coherence technique. So a lot of the time people like to, put the cloak on, put the bubble around them, or go invisible. And a lot of that is, I guess, energy zapping or bringing your energy close to you and retreating. By now you'd know that I'm not shy to chat. So I don't like to really pull away from people. I like to share, empower. And from this space, it makes it hard. So what I do is I visualize a beautiful swirling light from my heart center, and I just, boom, share it. I just let it go big and bright out toward whoever may be in the space with me, in the room, in the shopping center, you name it. And in that, people will either not prefer it and give me space, or they want a piece of it, so they'll come over and start chatting. Energy is very real. Our intention is very real. This stuff works, but you need to practice. You need to be mindful as you're doing it. And always, whenever you set an intention, add the words for the highest good of everyone. So when you add the words for the highest good of everyone, you know that whatever may play out is the best case scenario. Take it or leave it, it works for me. So our energy is something we need to really protect, because there is such a thing as energy vampires. And a lot of people do this subconsciously and they don't realize. So you may have one of those friends that might ring you a lot and dump everything on you, and they perhaps may say, how are you going today? And you don't even get an opportunity to answer because they've started downloading onto you. What can happen is they can zap you of all your energy. They can literally ask for your advice, or ask for you to hold space for them, or whatever that may be. And you do, because you're a kind person. You give them the space, you give them a kind ear, you give them the understanding, you give them the praise, you give them it, and then they hang up, and at the end of the phone call, you're depleted. You got nothing. And once in a while, it's not a big deal, but when it continues to happen, we become depleted. And I like to call a scenario like that, or a person like that, an energy vampire. They are sucking your energy away. But here's the catch. It's not them sucking it, it's you giving it. So we need to really step back and take ownership of our energy. So the protection, mechanisms I gave you today, I want you to protect yourself and try them. So in the shower, in the morning, at night, just wash everything away that's no longer yours, or you no longer want. You can do the you can do the invisible cloak, or you can just do the heart coherence. Spread the love. So try them out and practice and see which one works for you, because we're all different and scenarios are different too. So you might find you'll be doing different ones in different places, and you'll eventually get to a point where you don't even realize you're doing it. But you know that you feel so much better and you aren't taking on everybody's stuff. And last but not least, as a little bonus, is I love to do what I call the magnet technique. And that's where, when you lie in bed on your back or on your front, it doesn't matter, but I like to lie on my back when I go to sleep, I visualize a magnet pulling out anything that's dark or heavy energetically that I don't need, starting at the soles of my feet. So I see a big magnet at the soles of my feet drawing out energy, and then slowly working up around my body, up the side of my body, over my head, down the side of my body. Then I do all the front, and then I do all the back. But it's different every time, because You might find there's lots of energy in your feet and you just can't move from there. You do it for 5-10 minutes and you fall asleep. Who cares? At least you're getting to sleep and you're doing some work. And then the next night you might get a little bit more done. And then eventually you might just fall asleep without needing to do it once or twice a week. It doesn't matter. There's no hard and fast rules. This is your journey. This is your healing techniques. I'm just giving you some tips that work for me. Some of them might just suck for you, but some of them might be just right up your alley. So try it out, but please protect your energy because it's yours. And we need to really be mindful of how we feel and what we're allowing people to take. So I hope you got a few tips out of that today. Thank you for tuning in. If you feel that you want to share anything that you do, any extra techniques, please pop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear about them. And please, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I come to you every Thursday with a few tips, sometimes some tapping, to empower us all to be the best versions of ourselves. And on Sundays, our weekly collective spiritual message to get us through the week. And then I'll sprinkle some meditations in there somewhere as well. Also, if you have any suggestions or any requests, please put them in the comments as well. And I'll tune into that topic and come to you with a video on that also. So thank you for tuning in today. If also you need any one-on-one assistance, any healings, soul coaching, that type of thing, jump on my website and have a look, www.thehealingacademy.com.au, and reach out. Have a lovely day. Thank you for tuning in. Stay kind to everyone, but especially stay kind to yourself. Thanks for tuning in. Bye for now.